Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, all glory, and all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Wahara Kwakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule and teach well, and those out there pushing the word out, being diligent and sincere. Peace and salutations unto you. Also, the brothers online, social media, trying to stay in the right spirit, pushing videos, trying to push out the right vibration of righteousness. Also, the brothers and sisters in the truth, and this is going to just be a quick hit. You know, we need to stop following after these strange nations. And Salakia, if I yawn through this video, because, yeah, man, plantation got me tired. Everyone's got brothers rushing around because of these unholy days that they like to celebrate. So, you know, they got brothers working, doing that extra stuff, man. Which is vanity and vexation of spirit, according to the book of Ecclesiastes. You know, that's why it says, "Therefore I hated this world, man, because of all the works that are done therein, because it's vanity, and it just vexes us. It makes us tired and it makes us angry. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad." In the same book of Ecclesiastes, you know. But yeah, more to the point, I was just gonna pull this quickly, you know, and then call it a day, you know. As I was reading through it, and I thought, you know, I might as well speak on it. You know, it says, Sirach 36:1, it says, "Have mercy upon us, who, the 12 tribes of Israel." You know, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and the speckled birds, you know, and those scattered across the four corners of the earth, man. And, you know, if you fit the curses of Deuteronomy 28, you're more than likely an Israelite. You know, we're not going off of skin color, you know, and we got to try the spirit by the spirit, man. But we got to ask for mercy in these times, man. Time is, you know, let's just say it's at its latter end, you know, and a lot of stuff's going on, man. A lot of stuff's going on, and, you know, we're going to be tested more and more by these, because remember, we wrestle not with flesh and blood, you know, against principalities. We're going to be tested more against these principalities and these spirits that are going to try to come upon us and deceive us and try and, you know, fulfill the lust of the flesh. But we need to stay strong and keep pushing, stay fervent in spirit. I've been talking to a few brothers recently, you know, in the States, and you know, it's beautiful. It kind of pushes me to stay in the spirit, to know that other brothers are also going through it. They're also, you know, battling on a daily basis, man. But we continue to serve for Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, man, and that's why we pray and ask for mercy, that He keeps His spirit on us, you know, in these times to come, because it's only going to get worse, man. Before it gets better, it has to get worse. It says, "Have mercy on us." We need mercy, man. We need to make sure we stay prayed up. You know, always pray. You know, pray whenever you can, man. If you got a little time at work, you know, pray. You know, pray to the Most High for mercy, because we can never do it enough. You know, according to Sirach 43 and verse 30, you know, we can never exalt the Most High enough. So we need to ask for mercy for our transgressions that we have done. You know, we need to confess them, because we want to blot it out. At the end of it, we want our, you know, that's why we got to stay in the spirit, try to follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, because, you know, we want our transgressions blotted out, man, because, oh, is this flesh wicked, man? Oh, so wicked. You know, if there's a brother out there that's saying that he's squeaky clean, man, then, you know, you more than likely got a deceiving spirit on you, man, because, you know, even our righteousness, us trying to do this, you know, trying to practice the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, the Most High knows that it's as filthy rags, you know, our righteousness is as filthy rags. So how much more the brothers that are not even trying to, or the sisters who are not trying to serve the Most High, man. You know, you like acting like spittle unto the Most High. So we need to all ask for the Most High for mercy. That's what we need. You know, and with that, you know, comes in, you know, hand in hand with praying. You know, you have to tell the Most High. The Most High hears and sees everything, man. Tell the Most High you're sorry, man. You're sorry for what you have done, you know, and you exalt His name, man. Perfect is He, man. All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It says, "Have mercy upon us, O Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, power of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon the nations that seek not after thee. So these nations, and you see right now, man, these fake Illuminatis and these this wickedness in high places and all these world leaders, they're scared right now of the fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, because they know what's coming. And that's why the Most High's got them pushing all this stuff so quick. We're in the midst of all this stuff. We got volcanoes erupting. We got World War III on its way. The pestilences, the shortened days for the elect's sake. All these things we can see, if you're measuring the time and you're not just walking around dead, you're going to see these things happening and unroll prophecy after prophecy. And this is why it's a beautiful thing that we was left these records to come back to remembrance, and that's why we can't exalt the Most High enough, man, for doing this for us, It says, and send a fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. So all these other nations that, got their gods, these idols, right, they're gonna be scared, man. All these elites, man, they're scared. This is why they're pushing all this stuff, man. They're trying to take us out. And they hand in hand with Satan, especially these Edomites. They hand in hand with Satan. So, the devil's come down with a great wrath unto the brothers and sisters that are trying to serve Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So, as they're coming down, what does it say? Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, is like a roaring lion. 1 Peter 5:8, seeking who he may devour, man. So we also have to be bold like lions in this time, We have to stand bold and strong like lions, man. It says, and send a fear upon the nations that seek after thee. Lift up thy hand against the strange nations, man. These nations are strange unto us, are strange to us. They're strange from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their words are smoother than butter, but in their heart is drawn swords. When they got a chance, they think of a way to overthrow us. These are the strange nations, man. Shake your hand and then you turn your back and then, there's a knife in it, you stitching up the wounds from the knife marks that these nations have left on us, man, because furthering our affliction. It says, lift up thy hand against a strange nation, man. This is what we want, the Most High to show his face and lift up his hand, man, and let that wrath come out, man. And we see it slowly happening, and that's why we continue to give praises to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because his word is true, Let the Most High be true and every man a liar. It says, and let them see thy power, man. And this power is infinite power, man. You see these X-Men movies, you see Superman movies, you see all these superheroes, and that's talking about the elect, man. This is the powers that we're hoping to get, man, through diligently serving Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. If we faint not, so we can't faint in this time, This is high time to wake out of sleep, because our salvation is nearer than we believed. Putting it off from day to day, Stay fervent in the spirit, man. Don't be lukewarm. Count the cost. This is the things that we need to do. I'm going to jump to verse 7. It says, raise up indignation and pour out wrath. Take away the adversary and destroy the enemy. And we want this enemy to be destroyed, man. Everyone that has not hearkened unto Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai and is gone about their old wicked ways to do whatever, man, needs to be destroyed. And that's what they deserve, man. To be purified with that lake, man, with that lake of fire. It says, sake the time short. So it said, destroy the enemy, man. Yeah, get rid of this place, man. And the inhabitants thereof, man, because it's exceedingly polluted the earth through the wickedness, man. Blood's defiled the land. This city was built on blood, so woe to them. It says, sake the time short, remember the covenant, and let them declare thy wonderful works. So sake the time short, remember the covenant, man. Remember what you're here for. Remember your purpose. Remember the conclusion of the whole matter, Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. To fear Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, which is the beginning of wisdom, beginning of knowledge, and beginning of understanding. And it says, let them declare thy wonderful works. So, yeah, and keep the commandments, Salakia. It says, remember thy covenant. That's, we got to keep those commandments. And it says, and let them declare thy wonderful works. And these works are wonderful, man. We're never going to be able to search out this understanding. we're trying to, we got these heathens and some of our brothers and sisters trying to, get involved with astrology, trying to look at this planet, that planet, where we got a job to do right here, man. Why are you searching that far when you're not even doing the right job where we are right now, man? You've not even got a strong foundation where you're standing right now, and you're trying to reach out to the stars, man. This is why a lot of our people need to, get slapped upside the head. A little wake-up call, man. Get out of dreamland, back to reality. You hear a lot of times, chase your dreams, chase your dreams. How about you wake up from the dream and start living for real, man? It says, let them escape. Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of fire, and let them perish that oppress the people, man. So we know that these strange nations are going to get that oppressed us, because they all had a part, according to the book of Maccabees. All of them played a part in our captivity, man. They all took a chunk of us, man, until there was nothing left, man. They devoured us as a people, took away our heritage. But it says, let them that escape be consumed, by the rage of the fire, and that's that lake of fire, man, that's coming, This is what we're waiting for. It's a happy thing when we hear these things unraveling, all this stuff, pestilences and all this stuff, because it just gives us more signs that the Most High is showing his face more and more, and that the end is nigh, unto us. So, we give all honor, glory, praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai for that. Because man can't do these amazing works that, the Most High does. The Most High makes these other nations build these weapons up so they can use it on themselves, man. The Most High has got a sense of humor, just like Jake got the best sense of humor. We the best comedians, man. How about Hashem Yahweh Shai? He's the best comedian, He got jokes, man. But perfect balance. Don't what it says, it's a fearful thing. At least they forget Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and I'll tear you to pieces. But guess what? He's the most angriest as well, man. Hey, he does all things, perfect balance from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Something to be feared, terrible, demon-like power, That's something you can't go against, man. That's nothing to play around with, Yeah, it's something we need to take deadly serious. It's very serious. This is Joshua 24 and 23. It says, therefore put away, said he, the strange powers which are among you, and incline your heart unto the Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai of Israel. Stop following after all these other idols, Islam, Hinduism, witchcraft. A lot of our sisters are into witchcraft, A lot of us brothers and sisters are into Egypt, or, the laws of Ma'at, or your chakras and all that. Look, we just need to focus on keeping the laws, man. Let's not get it, let's not do too much, going around with every wind of doctrine. Let's just stick to the script, Stick to the scriptures, man. It's not difficult for us to do. It says, now therefore put away, said he, the strange powers which are among you, and incline your heart unto Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, power of Israel. So, that's what the Lord requires of us according to Deuteronomy 10 and 12, I believe, or 12 and 10. I think it's 10 and 12. Deuteronomy 10 and 12 says the Lord requires for us to love him with all our heart, and, if we love him, we'll keep the commandments. And it says in the next verse to keep the commandments, Love him with all your heart and all your soul. That means it has to come first before your friends and family, before you going out on the night out, before you, putting all your thoughts and heart and soul into a car or your house. Put it all into the Most High first, and everything else will be added, man. Whatever he blesses you with, he blesses you with after that. But let's put Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai first. It says, incline your heart unto Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, power of Israel. Proverbs 6 and 23, it says, for the commandment is a lamp. This is how we're going to let our light shine, by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. It says, for the commandment is a lamp. You know, that's something that in darkness, if you got a lamp, if you're in a dark room and then you bring a lamp, you know, say the electric's gone out in someone's house, you know, you got all your old friends of the world in there, you know, and they all this in darkness, their mind's in darkness, the room's dark, and you come, you know, with your spirit, and then you come with a lamp, you know, you've let your light shine in two ways amongst men, you know. That's the brightness, man, because you've kept the law, statutes, and commandments. So you're going to shine like a light. It says, and the law is light. This is light and life. This world now is darkness and death, man. Double D's. Life and light, death and darkness, man. It says, for the commandment is a lamp and the law is a light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. So we need to be taught, we need to be corrected, we need to be shown these things, whether it's from a brother, because in the scriptures it talks about it needs someone teach you. You know, we learn from elders, and we're meant to be setting an example to our children, you know, or our wives if you've got a wife and it filters down, you know, keeping everyone in the right spirit. It says, for the commandments is a lamp and the law is a light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. Man, keep my commandments and live. It says to keep thee from evil. How do we fight evil? With good. What is good? These scriptures, man. And this ain't complicated, you know. This is basics, but our brothers and sisters need to learn the basics, you know. This is where we need to, you know, you need to crawl before you walk and walk before you can run, you know. And this is what we're trying to run a race right now. So we have to build ourselves up. So we're in the race, you know. You can't do a 100-meter sprint race, even though this is a marathon in itself, but you can't do a 100-meter sprint race and crawl, you know, and jog. You're going to have to put some work in, man. Build yourself up. And that's what we need to do. It says to keep thee from the evil woman, from the, Babylon the great whore, man. From the flattery and the tongue of a strange woman, man. And that could be twofold as well. But, you know, we need to come out of her, my people, you know. The ways of this world, man. That's what we need to do. So, yeah, that's just a quick one, you know. Stop following after these strange nations. Stop following after these strange powers and gods. You know, keep the commandments and live. Because the time is at hand, you know. Whether it's reading, whether it's watching a brother, going out on the highways, doing a sit-down lesson quickly, anything that's going to keep you in the spirit, then do that, my brothers and sisters, because, you know, the time is at hand. Time is short. Let's not forsake Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for any longer. And while we have this grace period, let's pray and ask him to show us mercy. So on that note, I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praises once again to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahushai. Shalom, shalom, shalom.